Ah, good morning. Happy Tuesday, everyone. Get to my low, my high, my act of kindness. Uh, okay, so this was like the craziest thing ever. I mean, yes, I am tired. That's my low. And okay, so after my alarm is set up this morning, you know, to be honest, I set my alarm much earlier than I really need to. Just because, listen, when you value promptness, you do crazy stuff like that. Um, so I I turn off my alarm, lay in bed for just a little while longer, and close my eyes. I thought maybe I'd get 10, maybe 15 minutes more of a power nap, I guess. And all of a sudden, um, I like get this crazy quick dream where like something was going up my nose and I heard a weird sound that was coming from my nose and it like jolted me awake. Like I'm awake right now because I had a dream that something crazy went up my nose. I don't know what it was. I don't want to know what it was. But I'm awake now. Barely. Nothing that getting some sweet, delicious caffeine won't fix. My high is it was actually a beautiful day out yesterday. Actually, I need to say this. The last 2 days, yesterday and Sunday, especially Sunday, they've been great. Like, Sunday was supposed to essentially be like Saturday was, cold and rainy and miserable. And it was not like that at all. And Monday just continued that trend. I sadly forgot to check. Oh, actually, my computer's right in front of me. I can just check the weather right now. Full stop. I don't believe I know there's no new Hot Ones episode this week, but I guess I'd be silly if I didn't try. Try and look, I mean. And what's my act of kindness before I do this? What is my act of kindness? There was actually something my mom asked me to do, and I did it. So, yeah, I did a favor for my mom. So, what are you looking? What's the weather going to be like this week? I'll look that up first. Okay, so it looks like in this area, it's going to be a high of 57. There's a chance of rain, but it doesn't look bad. Okay. Okay, I can deal with that. Now, let's see if there's any hot ones guessed. I believe this would. Okay. I'm looking to see. Well, actually, come to think of it, if anything was going on Hot Ones earlier, there'd be a hot sauce lineup reveal. And it does not look like there is. Um, oh, it was Sean Evans' birthday a couple days ago. Okay. That's pretty cool. Um, Hmm. That's really not much yet. Um, you know what? Um, yeah, there's no new. I mean, best case scenario, they're gonna do the hot sauce lineup reveal this week. I don't think it's really going to amount to much. I don't think. Well, I mean, again, that's best case scenario. I really don't expect anything hot ones related until at least next week with the first episode of season 30 coming out until like right before Mother's Day. Which, I mean, I'm sure there's lots of moms who like spicy food who watch hot ones, so that'd be kind of cool. Um, hmm. Okay, so I mentioned earlier that I had that crazy, like, quick dream after my alarm set off, and I was too lazy to get out of bed right away. I closed my eyes, and like that dream, like went up my nose. I'm still incredibly exhausted. Like I am. Um, Here's how exhausted I am. I had to do my routine different this morning. I wouldn't say it's a routine, but this is just what I find myself doing every morning. Um, Normally I shave before I go in the shower, but today I found myself doing it the reverse. And it's funny, I didn't realize I forgot to shave until I was washing my face in the shower, and there's that little bit of stubble that I need to get rid of. I'm like, ugh. I mean, it's really not that big a deal. I mean, I'm shaved now. That's actually the thing. It never really occurred to me that, I mean, full stop, I have grown out my facial hair before. Specifically for back in college when I first learned that no Shaven was a thing. And what's hilarious is only once did I ever actually make it all the way through November. And this is back when I was in college. Again, this is back when I was in college. And I really only made, well, 3 times I tried to do it. Now, the first time, yes, I'm talking about no shave Vember in April. Why not? You know? Um, um, so, first time I did it, um, I actually made some pretty decent progress. I learned, like, I can grow a stash, I can grow some hair here. Um, I actually have a lot of hair, like, here and here if I actually grow it out. But, like, right before, uh, November ended, my cousin was getting married. So for the sake of looking nice for the wedding, I shaved everything off. Um, so that was the first time. The second time, no kidding, because for those of you who don't know, I went to Gettysburg College, and if you ever go to Gettysburg, specifically in that giant square where it's like a giant roundabout, there's actually like one of those old timey barbershop looking places with the spinning circular thing that's like spiraling down. Actually, fun fact about that. That thing was actually made to signify that that was the barbershop, but also it was to signify that the doctor was there. Yes, believe it or not, once upon a time, your doctor was also your barber, and vice versa. Um, that would actually make for a really interesting profession. I mean, I'm sure some people try. I'm sure there are some people who would expand a boat just to, you know, keep their options open, I suppose. Um, of course, actually, oh my God, there were some male barbers. I can't remember the last time a guy has ever actually like cut my hair though. Like, I think the last time a guy cut my hair was that year I was at Trinity Pauling, and there was like one shop I went to. No kidding. This was like the greatest haircut I ever had, like ever. Like, like this guy was like really like going like he was like grabbing my hair, like pulling up, but not too tight. And like, oh my gosh, it was like the best haircut I ever had. Um, I told a friend of mine at Trinity Pauling that I got that, and like that I got the haircut. There's like, you know, those guys are on drugs, right? I'm like, what? I mean, whatever, man. This is the best haircut I ever had. Um, so yeah. So fast forward to my senior year of college, the second time I tried to do a no shave ever. I actually didn't make it to the end, but I did need a haircut for up here and down here, and I went to that barber shop thinking, you know what? They might actually like a classic shave with the thing with the shaving cream and like get the long razor blade and just like do that or whatever. And I get there and the sign says they don't do that. So, I mean, listen, I get that me waiting for that was kind of dumb, but okay. And then 2013 was the last time I tried doing that. And I remember getting pretty far. In fact, I think at one point I wanted to try seeing if I could grow like a beard by Christmas. I mean, my name is Nick. Santa Claus is, you know, Saint Nick, so want to try looking like Saint Nick for real. Obviously, the point of me growing, I mean, listen, growing facial hair, I mean, I do look okay, but every time I wound up shaving, I'm like, huh, my normal face actually looks pretty solid. And that's why I'm here. I share this because it took me years, and I do mean years, for me to feel as if I looked good enough to be on camera. And figuring that out does take some trial and error. And part of that trial and error involves, you know, do I shave every day? Do I grow a mustache? Do I grow a beard? Do I let my hair grow long in the back? What's my hairstyle going to be? The moral is, I tried picking a style for me that works. And it's surprisingly more difficult when you put some thought into it. It's one of those things where I guess as a guy, we tend not to really think too much about that. You know, we get up, you know, get cleaned up a little bit, not really care about what our hairstyle looks like, and we go about our day. I mean, ladies, if you're watching this, if I was wearing a hat right now, I'd be tipping it off to you because you do a far better job of, you know, trying to look nice than men do. I mean, yeah, it takes a long time, but you know what? It's worth it. I mean, I wish I could be like even half as attentive to that sort of thing as you ladies are. But and I like to think I do a solid job. I mean, yeah, I'm in lacy clothes right now, but I like to think, you know, I get up, I shave, I shower, I brush my teeth, and I do at least look presentable on camera. So I like to feel like I do a good job with that, and that's just what I do. So the moral here is this. Well, if you do ever plan on doing anything social media related, or doing what I do, making videos every day, pick a style that actually works for you in terms of how you want to present yourself on camera. I mean, I find myself that I look best when I'm clean shaven. I mean, yeah, I've definitely made videos where I don't shave for at least a day, and it's not really that much of it. I mean, me not shaving one day, it's not that big of a deal. In fact, I made plenty of videos where I forgot to shave beforehand, and I look almost exactly the same. Yeah, it definitely takes a couple days for me to grow out any facial hair. That looks legitimately long, by the way. But I definitely feel better when I do. I just want, I will admit, it takes a lot of people a long time to figure out like what works for them in terms of like, you know what? If nothing else, I wake up in the morning, I have to take a shower, I have to brush my teeth, I have to get everything done before I do anything, and that's what I do. And it really doesn't sound like much, but it's these kinds of habits that make a difference later on, because they're practices you really can't apply to everyday life. If you have a routine that allows you to look presentable when you go about your day, you can apply that for how you go about the rest of the day. Like how to dress when you go out for dinner, or when you meet up with friends. Personally, I feel as if I like to dress pretty modestly, at least when it's cold outside. But thankfully I'll be able to, yeah, contrary to popular belief, folks, I do have skin and elbows underneath these sleeves. And actually, who am I kidding? You see me wear the pink shirt every Wednesday so far this year. Of course I have elbows and skin underneath these sleeves. Okay, that yawn signifies I should probably stop. I'm still tired now. Hope you like this video. If you like, subscribe to the YouTube channel, follow me on social media. As always, I'm very home this video for all of you guys who watch. Enjoy. Hope you have a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful Tuesday. And remember, if you guys want to talk, change, you're here to lend me always back. Take care and make good choices. 607 all day, baby.